I'm joined by Charles Johnson, who takes on Muhammad Mokaev this Saturday at UFC London. Charles, how are you?
Doing great. How you doing?
Doing good. You said you got here Saturday. Are you acclimated, time zone, everything?
Yeah, we're feeling great. It's been hot, so London's been going through a heat wave, ever since we touched down. Might be us.
Right. Well, talk to me a little bit about how this fight came about. I know Mokaev is a guy who, he said he struggles to find opponents, right? Here you are taking on him. How did this fight come together? What was your reaction when you got the call?
Well, I was training sparring. It was a Wednesday night. I actually got called up to fight Sumu Darji that Saturday because Manel Cop fell out, and I accepted the fight. But the next morning, while I was cutting, they told me things weren't going to be taken care of in time, so then they said they just signed me here. I had already let my manager know, if the UFC offers anybody, take it, I don't care who. So I didn't know who the opponent was. They said July 23rd, and then later on, they told me who it was. I was like, okay.
How familiar are you with Muhammad Mokaev? Extensive amateur career, he's got a lot of hype behind him, but how familiar are you with him?
I'm familiar with him. I mean, it's MMA. He's a good wrestler. He's a good MMA martial artist, and he's got a lot of experience, amateur experience. So I'm familiar with this story, and we spent a little bit of time. When I say a little bit, very little bit of time with each other on the mats at Tiger Muay Thai. So I've seen him before. So familiar.
Do you remember anything from that, or is it too long ago to be significant?
No, I remember almost every training session. So he was a good wrestler, good grappler, very control-oriented. And we did a little bit of stand-up, and it wasn't too much for anybody to hang their hat on. I feel like I got the better of him, but it's been 2 years, so we'll see.
Have you been impressed with him overall? He had a great UFC debut, but just overall, I don't know how much you've paid attention to his pro career, but have you been impressed with him?
No, I think he does great for his age. I think he's doing great, but he's doing what he should do when you've been groomed for this. Like he's been groomed to be what he is now. So I think he's doing exactly what he should do, and that takes putting in a lot of work and effort. So I respect him, but I'm not surprised by what he's doing. What he's doing is what he should be doing.
And you obviously have a lot of experience, LFA champ. You've been 5 rounds. You deserve hype of your own, right? So is part of you disappointed that the attention is all on him, or is it an opportunity to steal all that hype?
No, man, I'm not disappointed at all. I get to fight in front of some of the greatest fans here in London. Like, the fight in March was amazing. We all were treated with something beautiful, and I know I'm going to bring the same energy, and everybody's going to love the fight. I mean, the fact that people don't do their homework is on them, but it's just going to be a show. It's going to be a fight at the end of the day and when the cage closes. So, this is what it is.
He's a strong grappler. Are you figuring that he's going to come out and try to wrestle you?
He's young, and he fights that way sometimes. People say he has a lot of, he fights like a veteran, but he fights with his ego, and he comes forward. He's a pressure fighter. And so I think it's some things in the fight we can take advantage of. I do expect him to come forward, but I do expect him to try to stand with me, and it just takes one shot. So I feel like if anything doesn't start going his way, he'll start being very grapple heavy, which is what people go to what they're comfortable. When they get in trouble, they go to what's comfortable. So I expect that to happen pretty soon in this fight.
And you guys went back and forth on social media. You didn't take well to the post that he had. He said you got a little too emotional. Just talk to me a little bit about that exchange.
I mean, if you know anything about where I come from, St. Louis, Missouri, it's a murder capital of the U.S. for a while. And I've seen a lot of friends and family and just people close to me not make it that far in life. So we don't really play about guns and violence. And with things going on in the world, you think somebody would have more awareness of what's happening. So I didn't like at all that he posted an AK-47 and said, "See me in London." I'm like, it just shows his naivety to me, and also, it's just very distasteful, but at the end of the day, I just let him know. And me, I'm a fun guy, man. I do memes. I show love to everybody. So, I just made him look. I'm the guy that bullies the bully. He's a bully mentality type of person. So I just make him look fucking stupid. That's it. Sorry for cussing.
Do you allow yourself, like I said, he's got a lot of momentum, so obviously plus you're in his kind of home turf, so do you allow yourself to think past this fight and where you want to be, how you see your UFC career playing out?
Yeah, for sure. When you visualize this for a long time, you visualize yourself getting the win, and you visualize what's next. So I'm a very much daily goal, monthly goal, 6-month goal type of person. So I definitely do have things that I would like to put into place after this fight. But honestly, the fight's so far away. It's Wednesday. For me, the fight's so far away. I'm focusing on each day, and that's how this whole camp has been. So once the fight's over, I'll definitely have something in place for what's next.
How do you get the job done on Saturday?
Just by being myself. I'm very prepared. People don't know I had 25 amateur fights. I won 3 titles. You know, I'm very experienced. I only had a long amateur career because I was doing collegiate athletics, so I couldn't go pro. And then when I went pro, you know, I won a title and I fought most of my fights in the LFA. So, you know, this Saturday, I just feel like just go out there, be yourself. You've seen the best of us. You train with the best of the best. So just go be yourself.
All right. Well, appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time, too.